We are the region's leading full-service commercial real estate company. Our services include brokerage, which also includes office, retail, industrial, land and farm, multifamily and investments. We represent buyers, sellers, and landlords. We do an awful lot of tenant representation, and we also are the site selection specialists in the area. With that, we also have property management, maintenance, consulting, and development. So again, the full range of services within commercial real estate. 2014 was an exciting year for NAI Ruhl Commercial Company. We had over 400 total units sold or leased of commercial real estate, $98.6 million in total sales volume, 1.5 million total managed square feet, and that included 189 tenants and 56 properties, and 63% market share as of this point this year. So we enjoy being the leader in the market. Because NAI Ruhl Commercial Company participates in the majority of the transactions, we were able to assemble all the information in this report. This information was collected from our brokers, also from landlords that we work with, appraisers that we do business with daily, buyer and tenant clients, property managers, and lenders. So we feel like we're the best single source for the information and are able to compile the most complete resources. In terms of what's going on in the market overall, and this is from a national perspective first, and then we'll boil it down to more of a local look. First of all, commercial real estate activity in the Quad Cities showed great improvement in 2014 and 2015, as it did nationally. A couple of the reasons that occurred, of course, as many of you know, banks are out there with money to lend. We're delighted to say we're getting calls frequently from lenders saying that they're looking for deals. So that is the engine for commercial real estate, and that engine is alive and well. Commercial contractors are busy. We speak with them almost daily, as are subcontractors. And so that activity shows us a good indicator that things are on the rise. Also, more traditional commercial transactions are occurring. What I mean by this is many of the commercial contractors will report to you that they were kept busy the last few years with what we would call institutional deals. So they were out building libraries and schools and universities and many other governmental sort of assignments. And today they would report to you, I believe, that they're back doing a lot more private work, which was very quiet for a few years, we can all report. In terms of positive economic influences, we're seeing nationally, obviously, an increase in gross domestic product. A lot of this was driven by pent-up demand in the housing industry. Also, we have seen a lot of gross domestic product growth based on automobile manufacturing and sales. Oil prices have also been unusually low. Negative economic influencers that are out there that cause concern for investors and may keep them on the sidelines. Unstable European economies, we all read about in the newspaper daily. There's a little bit of political dissatisfaction going on, and some ongoing war efforts and terrorism. All these things collectively, make the traditional investor think twice about, whether he wants to take a new investment strategy. Economic trends. Consumer confidence is up. We're delighted to report. That just helps everyone in the business community. Spending and retail growth is up slightly. Internet commerce is up, which is good, but it also, based on all the internet commerce, does not feed the brick and mortar retail industry, which boils right down to the commercial real estate business. So great for the internet, probably not so great for construction and real estate, but at least there's good sales traffic. Interest rates are down, which is a positive thing. Investments, more people looking for investments that have expendable income. And the stock market is generally up. We've seen a few hiccups, but overall people are doing quite well in the stock market. Other influencers that impact the commercial real estate market to watch, large investor appetite. By this I mean there frankly is just more investor dollar out there than there is product for them to invest in. One of the hottest products is the large apartment complex. And this, I believe, is because it's considered by investors and lenders to be less risky. And also in part of the program, you're going to talk about multifamily, and you'll learn that there are some other reasons that multifamily is very busy right now. Also stabilized commercial real estate investments. By stabilized, I'm saying something with a long-term lease, with a high-quality tenant that's well located with very little vacancy. 1031 like-kind exchange activity is very active, and that's where someone is selling an existing property that they own as an investment and reinvesting those dollars into a new investment without having a tax implication. So that is something that is driving activity, and people will pay a little more if they're investing 1031 dollars because they're saving capital gains. Something to watch in the years to come. So there's some large commercial loans nationally that are terming out in the next 1 to 3 years. We've heard a lot about this in a lot of different conferences I've attended nationally. And what they're suggesting is some of the properties that are troubled, that maybe have a lot of vacancy, as their loan terms out, they may have difficulty refinancing those properties, which could create some more properties going back to a lender or some other opportunities for entrepreneurial buyers. We're not sure what it means yet, but it's something to watch. Local impact. Boiling it down locally, we've all read a lot about lower farm commodity prices, less demand for farm implement production and employees, which is meaningful to this local economy. Lower farmland prices. Obviously, we're an ag-based community, and the farmers base a lot of their net worth on their land holdings. More demand for aluminum sheet products for the automotive and aeronautical industry. Good news for our friends at Alcoa. And of course, we're always watching the Rock Island Arsenal in the last few years based on an uncertain future there. They're a significant employer to the area between the government employees and also the subcontractors. And based on the base realignment and closure act federally, we never quite know what that means, so one to watch. Community enhancements. We've watched a lot of community leaders, business people, public officials, cities, counties, and other economic development entities really roll up their sleeves in the last few years and try and make the area better, make it more attractive to people moving here, to workers, and for companies that do business here and just the general public. So with that, there's some terrific community enhancements going on, some private, some public. A new I-74 bridge, new land-based casino in Davenport, new rail station, the Q in Moline. Western Illinois has many expansions going on, some housing related and some university related in terms of classroom space and so forth, and some retail. And then also Blackhawk College has some terrific improvements, including a new $15 million sustainable energy project that they have, I believe they're completing shortly. So anyway, lots of great things going on in the area.